In the second session, Dr. Prashant Nair from Amrita University will discuss about the various concepts of technology readiness level. Okay, so this is the session. This is the plan for today's session, right? Excellent. So, in my session, what are all the topics I want to cover here? Means what is mean for innovation? Okay, so if we want to develop innovation, what are all the sequential steps we have to carry out when we are doing our academics? Then the action plan. So to foster the culture of innovation and entrepreneurship, what are all the actions we have to carry out in this month, in February 2023? So those things we have a set of series of activities. So in what way you have to contribute, those things we have to discuss today. So almost it is an orientation session for the students, how you have to participate in various innovation and entrepreneurship activities that is to be carried out on February 2023, right? Excellent. So this is the two important questions we want to ask for all our students. So my first question is, why innovation is required? Then we move on to what is innovation. Why innovation is required? Any idea? Or shall we move on to what is innovation, then why innovation is required? In what way we have to discuss? First, we have to discuss what is innovation or why innovation is required. What? So, shall we start? What is innovation? From your perspective, what is meant for innovation? Why means we are carried out series of activities in February 2023. All these things belongs to this concept. Okay, so we are interacting with external speakers. So you must have some basic idea about this concept, then only you can interact with the external speakers. We are arranging visits also. Okay, so my first question, what is innovation? So various activities, it is carried out in your department also, right? So we are in quarter one, in August to November, we are carried out various activities in your department regarding innovation and entrepreneurship. Now you can discuss what is meant for innovation. So my first question is, what is innovation? So I will ask in another way. What is invention? Huh? Be louder. Creating something new. Can you give any example? Can you give any example for invention? Mobile phone is an invention? No. So in our perspective, anything come first, new, that is invention. So first mobile phone, first laptop, first computer, all these things are inventions. Clear? So anything, first IC engine, first engine. Okay, first generator. Okay, first wheel. Wheel is the biggest invention for human beings. So anything come first, that is invention. Okay. So what is innovation means? Any new product or new service into market, all these things are anything come first new, that is known as invention. Okay, it may be a product, or it may be a process, or it may be a service, or if you identify any new market, all these things are anything come first, that is invention. What is innovation means? It have commercial value. The product have commercial value means then only it is known as innovation. For an example, one inventor find a pen. Okay, pen is used for writing purpose. Okay, when the first pen comes, that is invention. So if the customer paying money to purchase the pen, it is useful for his life, then only it is known as innovation. Okay, we are engineers, we are creating various products. If you create a new product, okay, it is invention. But what we are expecting, We have to develop a innovative product. That means your customers spend money to purchase the product. Then only it is known as innovation. So the two things are important. So in this point, I clear two things. What is invention? What is innovation? Invention means anything come first. That is invention. But the product have commercial value. Okay. If the customer paying the money to purchase the product, then only it is known as innovation. So these two things are very, very important. So now, why we are bothering about innovation, right? So that is the thing. Here we have a chart that is known as a global innovation index. Okay, here a lot of countries are there. First, in global innovation index, the first rank is Switzerland, then US, UK will be there. Okay, so when you go to the country lineup, what we understand, all these countries are developed country. All these countries are economically wealthy countries. So all the young mindsets of India want to settle in these countries. So Indian government check what is the difference between those countries and us. So those countries are well-developed country, especially economically developed country. How they develop their economy means through their innovation. Okay, so through their innovation, they are earn lot of money. So they are economically stable. So those countries are well-developed country. And also the innovation index, the ranking also good. So what is the ranking of global innovation index in India is 40th position. We are in 40. So India want to attain first 10 ranks. So how to attain that one? We have to develop innovative ecosystem. Okay. Okay, sir, all these things are okay. Why you are telling all these things to me? I am a first year or second year, third year student. India want to attain first 10 ranking in global innovation index. Okay. Why are you telling all these things to me? So that the reason is, what is the biggest strength of India? Biggest strength? Young minds. Where these young minds are joined together? In higher educational institutions. Higher educational institutions means colleges. How many colleges we have? 50,000 institutions. Every year, 4 crore to 5 crore students are entering and exiting, getting their degree. So among that, a particular people mindset are tuned towards innovation. Definitely, lot of startup companies are comes into picture. Then definitely India will attain $5 trillion economy. So our government goal is $5 trillion US dollar economy within next few years. So for that purpose, we are focusing on the biggest strength of India, that is you, young mindsets. If the young mindsets tune their mindset towards innovation, if they are solve the problems, societal problems, they come up with their own companies, definitely India will attain $5 trillion economy. Then India's global innovation ranking also go good. No one go far outside. The living, the comfortable life you will get in your own place. So that is the objective. That's why we are continuously motivating our students towards innovation development. Right? So what is innovation? You are developing a product. You are developing a new product. It have a commercial value. ஓகேங்களா? So at present students are doing their project. உங்க ப்ராஜெக்ட் உங்க ஃப்ரெண்ட் கிட்ட கொடுத்த வாங்கி வரா? நீங்க இப்ப செகண்ட் இயர் தேர்ட் இயர்ல ப்ராஜெக்ட் பண்றீங்க இல்லையா? நீங்க பண்ற ப்ராஜெக்ட்டை உங்க ஃப்ரெண்ட் கிட்ட நீங்க சேல் பண்ண முடியுமா? இல்ல உங்க ஃபேக்கல்டி கிட்ட சேல் பண்ண முடியுமா? அப்படி பண்ணலைன்னா அது என்னது? நீங்க புதுசா பண்ணியிருக்கலாம். அப்படின்னா அது இன்வென்ஷன் தான். ஓகேங்களா? அதுக்கு வந்து மணி வேல்யூ இருக்கணும். இட் ஷுட் ஹேவ் கமர்ஷியல் வேல்யூ. ஓகேங்களா? தென் தட் இஸ் ஒன்லி இனோவேஷன். ஸோ உங்க ப்ராஜெக்ட்ஸ் எதை நோக்கி ஃபோக்கஸ் ஆகணும்? கமர்ஷியல் வேல்யூ. இட் ஷுட் ஹேவ் இட்ஸ் யூஸ்ட் வேல்யூ. ஸோ அதை எப்படி பண்றது? ஸோ ஹவு டு டூ இட்? ஸோ அதை எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்றதுக்கு தான் வி ஆர் கண்டக்டிங் சீரீஸ் ஆஃப் ஆக்டிவிட்டிஸ். ஸோ அதை எப்படி பண்றதுங்கிறத இந்த ஒர்க் ஷாப்ல கண்டினியூஸா மோட்டிவேட் பண்ண போறோம். எப்படி பண்றது? ஓகேங்களா? ரைட். நெக்ஸ்ட் ஸ்லைட் பா. So what is innovation? Innovation is to be, you are developing a new product with the commercial value, that is innovation. So if you want to become an innovator, what you have to do? So if you answer these 6 questions, you will be an innovator, definitely. So I have 3 case studies here. So first one is Rishi Malhotra, from co-founder of JioSavan. So Rishi Malhotra is he is working in US. Once he come to India in 2005, he identified that there is a no separate web-based platforms are available to take the movie songs. We are not bothered about that, but the musicians are not able to play the particular song based on the ragas or based on the singer, based on the music director. You cannot able to get it. So this is the problem he identified. He formulated GS7 is the Savan. During that time, the company name is Savan. It is a web-based platform. Now it is purchased by Geo. Okay, this is a type of company. The next case study is Mr. Sama from Redbus. Several times I give the examples to our students. Sama is an engineer. He is working at Bangalore. In 2005 Deepavali, he are not getting any bus from Bangalore to Hyderabad. He are not getting any bus. He go for various booking stations. In booking stations also, they don't know how many buses are there, how many tickets are already sold out, how many seats are available. No one knows. So he is not get the ticket during the Deepavali. So he identified that this is the problem. How will he get the solution for that one? So he come up with a new idea, that is Redbus. It is an online booking platform. It gives more profit to the company. Okay, that is a societal problem. What is the problem here? What is the problem he want to solve? Traveling. Okay, especially booking of tickets is highly difficult during the festival season in a metropolitan city. He identified, he come up with a web-based solution, he solved. Then one more case study is Mr. Grish Mathrubudam. So he is an NRI working in USA. He is also come to India in 2005 and 6. Okay, during that time, what happened means when he is packing, all the furnitures are come from USA. He used furnitures are come from USA. He received his parcel in Chennai. So he opened it, his TV will get breakdown. So he already insured the TV. So he went for insurance service to get the money back. Okay, he claimed the insurance policy. But after several reminders, mails, okay, he will not get the claim. Oh, so he get more confused. Then what he did means he put an all these queries in an public forum. It's an public forum. He post all his inquiries, all these things. Okay, then only he identified that there is a no proper web-based solutions are available for this type of companies to effectively support their customers. It's a problem. So he come up with cloud-based solution, especially for customer service. Okay, if the customer have any problem, he come up with a solution. Okay, so that is a software-based solution. He give up it. So the problem will be at present, all the customer care services use their cloud-based solution for effectively servicing their customers. So this is the thing. So if you want to become an innovator, identify a problem. That problem should be a pain point to your customer. You should not solve, I have that much, I have a skill, I will create all these things. No. You are identifying the problem. That problem should be the pain points for the customers. Why you have to select the pain points? Then only the product will satisfy the customer need. Then it will be sold out in the market. Clear? So this is the first thing. If you want to become an innovator, what you have to do? Identify the problems. It must be the pain points for your customers. Who is the user? So the first thing, two things we have discussed. What is innovation? Innovation is the product development with commercial value. What is the first step if you want to become an innovator? You have to identify the problem. It is not a problem. It is a pain points to your customer. So what Rishi Malhotra identified? Music lovers not able to select the particular song when they are in need. No, that's the pain point. Second thing, some are red bus. In festival season, there is no bus tickets. How to book it? It is very tedious. He identified. Then Mathrubudha identified there is no customer connection between the company and the customer. Okay, effective customer service is the pain point. So if you identify the need, then only you can able to do it. So that is the first point you have to take it. So what is the pain point you want to train to solve? Then the second thing is, who are you for who is your customers. Okay, now you identify the customer's pain point. Now you have to identify the exact customer segment. So exact customer segment means in second category, in red bus, who is the customer for red bus? Passengers, okay, no. In Coimbatore, some passengers are there. In Annur, nearby small town, there also passengers are there. Who is the exact customer for red bus? Who are the people in, especially in metropolitan cities? So you have to identify the target customers. Okay, that is very, very essential. Okay, we cannot able to go in a generalized way. Clear? That is the second point. Third point, how you are trying to solve it. Okay, is anyone else doing it? So how you are, in what way you are novel? So already some techniques are there. How you are solving it, in what way you are different. So that is the third point. Then fifth point is how you are, what is your novelty. Last point is, are you charge your customer? Whether if you give the product, the customer will pay the money for you or not. So this is the thing. If you understand these 6 questions in a proper way, definitely you will become a innovator. You are not an inventor. You will become a innovator. So what are all the things you have to know? First point, identify the pain points. Second point, who is your targeted customer? Third point, who are all the other people trying to solve the problem? Fourth one, how you are novel, in what way you are differ. Fifth point, hey, fifth point, what is the fifth point? In what way you are differ. Last point is whether the customer will pay money for you or not. So if you want to become an innovator, you will do, you have to follow these steps. Next slide. Right. So to systematically foster, so all these things by practice only it will come. So what we are doing here means, so we are identifying the students, you are the identified students, we are arranging field visits, we are identifying ideation workshops, we are identifying POC demo days, we are identifying IPR workshops. There are a lot of workshops, exhibits, exhibitions, project demo model contests, all these things we are organized for our students to systematically foster the culture of innovation. Okay. So these are all the various activities. So last semester in your department, they organized the ideation workshop. Whether they organized the idea generation workshop for you, CSE. Whether they organized ideation, how you have to create the ideas. No. A, whether they organize idea generation workshop for you, how to generate the ideas for the problems. No. Mechanical, whether they organized for you, right? So first thing is you have to identify the problem, then we move on to idea, then idea to proof of concept development, then prototype development. So this is the sequence. So we will organize various events for you, for our students, to generate the ideas, how to generate the ideas, how to convert idea into proof of concept into prototype, prototype to market launch. So this is the sequence. So we have set of activities. Every month we are doing various type of activities to complete the innovation process. Next. So this is the thing you have to go with. So need, if you identify the problem, then you will become a researcher. Okay, if you identify the problem, if you develop the model in your lab scale, only the model will working in your laboratory, that is known as proof of concept. Okay, you are using your lab, you are identifying your customer need, you develop a working model that work only in your lab, then that is known as proof of concept. Then proof of concept to prototype. What is that means? If the laboratory scale model works in actual ambient, okay, if you give your customer, it will works, then it is known as prototype. Okay, so if you convert your POC into prototype, then you will transform from a researcher to innovator. Okay. Then if the prototype sold out in the market for public domain, then it is not as a product. If you do those things, you will become a entrepreneur. So if you do it in a very large scale, then you will become a manufacturer. So in which point you want to become? You will become a researcher, it is okay for us. If you become an innovator, it is okay for us. Or if you want to become an entrepreneur or manufacturer, it is the next stages. So in which point you want to do, you can do it. Anyway, so most of the young students' mindset, what is our mindset? We will complete 4-year degree, then we move on to any MNCs, right? We will get 12 lakhs per annum, right? So that is our objective. If you go for any MNC, you will do the same thing. Okay. So if you want to become an innovator, if you go for the companies, you are entering into the company in the age of 21. So 21 to 30, no issues. You are in bottom level or middle level management. So after 30, you are promoted as a team leader or something. If you become an innovator, they will put it in your company. Otherwise, if you are not doing anything, they will simply send out, they will take another fresher. So innovation, if you want to do your own business or if you want to get a good job opportunity in any top MNC, you will become an innovator. Why means you have to identify the problem, you have to develop the product for your own company, or if you work for any MNC as a team leader, you have to do the same thing. So that's why innovation is for all. Entrepreneurship, it may not be. If you come up with your own company, you are an entrepreneur. Otherwise, you are not an entrepreneur. That's it. So in which point you want to do? You want to become a researcher? Or if you want to become a innovator or entrepreneur or manufacturer, in which point you want to become? No sound. Are you able to follow me or not? In which point you want to do? So we are not forcing anyone to force in a particular point. If you want to become a researcher, okay, sir, I am a researcher. Okay, develop a POC, send it to us, we will market it. Sir, I want to become a innovator. Sir, I will do it. Okay, do. Sir, I want to become a manufacturer. Yes, we will support you. In which point you want to do? But we want the problems of our customers, the pain points of the customers. Okay, we will support you. In which point? If we are supporting for, you do the research, develop the POCs, developing the prototype, or if you want to become a manufacturer, in all the stages, we are supporting you. Okay. So in the next session, so there are lot of processes in between. Need to POC, POC to prototype, prototype to product, product to market launch. There are different processes will be there. So one of the important concept is technology readiness level. So for that purpose, we are inviting a special guest, Mr. Prashant Nair. He is an expert in that field. He will come and explain what is technology readiness level for you. Clear? So this is just an orientation. So I will fine tune your mindset towards this. Okay. So at present, my dear students, at present CGPA is not much important. At present, what is important? How critically or novelly you are thinking, how you are giving the solutions for real life problems. So that is very, very important. You know that what is that one? Chat GPT. What is the new technique? It comes into picture. So how it will works? It's a new novel idea. So that much level of product development we are expecting from our students, right? Excellent. So previous. So as a part of this, sir, we are also continuously motivating our students towards this. So the first success comes here. So I am proudly say this is my batch. So our batch of students, 4 students did the first step. They identify the need. They develop the POC, proof of concept. In which area means, do you know onion? Everyone know onion. In which period it is cultivated more in India? From January to March. It cultivated more. Okay, from March to December, we are storing that onion, then we are selling it in the market. So what is the price of onion in December? Nearly goes per kilogram, it goes 100 rupees. Why? Lot of scarcity. Why means ஜனவரியிலிருந்து மார்ச் வரைக்கும் நிறைய விளையுங்க. அதுக்கப்புறம் என்ன பண்ணுவோம்? அதை ஸ்டோர் பண்ணி வச்சுட்டு அதைத்தான் திருப்பி விற்பாங்க. அப்ப ஸ்கேர்சிட்டி அதிகமாயிரும், விலை அதிகமாயிரும். ஸோ இந்தியாவில் ஒரு வருஷம் நம்ம ப்ராப்பரா ஸ்டோர் பண்ணாம அப்படியே விடுறதுனால வெங்காயத்தினால மட்டும் எவ்வளவு லாஸ்ன்னு தெரியுங்களா? எவ்வளவு மணி வேல்யூல 11,000 crores. 11,000 crores. Are you imagine the number? 11,000, not 1 crore, 2 crore. The money wasted only due to unused onion is 11,000 crores. Our students identify a product to dry the onion to enhance its money value. So we have come up with that solution. So Government of India, MOE's Innovation Cell allocated 75,000 rupees to convert that POC into prototype. So I go to previous slide. So this one. So we identify the need. We develop the POC in our laboratory. During that time, they are researchers. Now we are stepping forward towards prototype. Government of India supports 75,000 rupees to the students to convert their idea into prototype. So in that way, there are a lot of opportunities are there. So do you know MSME? MSME gives 15 lakhs to the students to convert their idea into POC. You are not spending a single rupee. So you have, what is your job? Identify the problem, come up with a novel idea, develop the proof in your lab. We will give the funding support. Okay, you are not spending 1 rupee from your packet. We are approaching, we are guiding you to submit your proposal to suitable ministry. Okay, we will get the money as a grant. Then you are trying to convert your POC into prototype. So this is the first time we are getting this funding opportunity from Ministry of Commerce. Okay, so this is the first stage. If the students pass in this stage, then prototype to product, they will give 5 lakh rupees funding. Then last stage, product to market, there is no funding limit. What is the, if they selected for next round, it is open to all. How much crore you are in need to convert your product to prototype, they have to start their own company. So this is a stage. Okay, so not only from one single batch, we need all the students have to submit your proposals to convert your idea into proof of concept or prototype. Clear? So we are asking only two things. Come up with the problems, first thing. Second thing, come up with the new novel idea. Okay, new novel idea. Okay, if you have that one, we are arranging support you. We will connect what are the various funding opportunities to you to support with the funding support to convert your idea. What are all the things in your mind as a real product? Clear? Are you interested to do all these things? Super. Next slide. So, to motivate our students, to motivate towards this, we are in February, we have planning 6 activities. In 8th, we have having TRL workshop, technology readiness level workshop. So next few minutes, we will start. Then the second thing is in 11th, achieving problem fit, solution fit, market fit. How to identify the problem? How to identify the particular problem have a commercial value? How to identify those things? So for that purpose, we are organizing on 11th, we are having separate session. Okay. Sir, welcome, sir. Few minutes, sir. Yes. Sir, please be seated. Sir. So then we are organizing. Yes, sir. So we are organizing on 14th, you have a field visit. Then 15th, we have a demo day. And 17th, we are planning IPR workshop for you. Okay. So all these things for the selected students. Who are all the students in this room? We are specifically focusing for those students only. We are not go for other students. We are specifically these people are selected people from the department. First year, there is some other students also participated. Okay. For higher semester students, you are the people recommended by your department. So we are organizing all these events for specifically for you. Okay. So I request all the students to participate effectively and support to develop innovation and entrepreneurship ecosystem in our institution. Okay. Now we are officially starting today's workshop, that is technology readiness level. Okay. Thank you.
A very warm good afternoon to one and all present here. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome our Honorable Chairman, Vice Chairman, respected Principal, Vice Principal, the Chief Guest of today's workshop, dear most heads of various departments, faculty members, faculty coordinators, technical and non-technical staffs, and my dear GTNs to this informative workshop on technology readiness level organized by ISTE student chapter in association with JIT IIC. Now, I would like to introduce you to the speaker of today's workshop, Dr. Prashant R. Nair. Dr. Prashant R. Nair is working as Vice Chairman IQAC of Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham, Coimbatore, India. He has over 20 years of teaching, research, mentoring, training consultancy, and academic administration experiences. Has written 6 books, 2 edited books, 1 book chapter, and 50 publications in reputed journals, books, and conferences. He has also been felicitated by Honorable Prime Minister of India, Sri Narendra Modi. He has also been ranked as top innovation mentor in India by Atal Innovation Mission AIM and coordinates AIM activities at Tamil Nadu as regional mentor of change. He has been serving as the chairman, vice chairman, coordinator of Amrita University's International Quality Assurance Cell IQAC since 2009. A very sought after speaker by conservative estimates has addressed 150,000 students and trained 15,000 plus faculty on technology innovation, professional bodies, and quality aspects of higher education. Now, I would like to invite Dr. Prashant R. Nair to enrich us with his knowledge.
Yeah. Uh, uh, Professor Shivamani, Professor Madheshwaran, other faculty colleagues, dear students, very good afternoon to all of you. Good afternoon. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Basically, I have been working very closely in the innovation ecosystem. I'm basically an administrator heading the ranking and accreditation of the entire Amrita University, which is number one private university in India and fifth best in the country. But last 5 years, I don't teach much, just take one course in a semester. But last 5 years, it's been a great privilege to be part of this innovation and innovation ecosystem in multiple ways. Whether it has been mentoring students for the Smart India Hackathon or organizing several hackathons, organizing various events of the Niti Aayog's Atal Innovation Mission nationally. I'm on the national committee. It's been a very rich experience where I could use the time that I would be probably teaching or doing research into the innovation. So, based on my experience, I'll try to share. So, let me be very honest with you. This is not rocket science, this is simple common sense. Simple things that perhaps things that we do not kind of focus, we do not care to focus on some of these activities, but very very small common sensical things that I'll be trying to talk to you about. Yeah, this is just a campus photograph. You can go to the next slide. So it's been a great journey, so as to speak, from 2017 onwards. And I've been very fortunate that I have had very wonderful students in Amrita University who have been whom I have learned from, rather than I'm officially the mentor, but I can say very confidently that I have learned a lot from my students who have won several national and international hackathons, so many places abroad, Europe, US, Australia, Singapore, Malaysia, so many things. So it's been a joy ride, guiding and mentoring students for almost 50 plus. We have had good results. When I say good results, we didn't win 50 hackathons. We would have won something like 12 or 13 national and international hackathons. The remaining, we have come in the top 2, 3, 4, like that. It's been a good experience. And if you ask me, the best way to develop, you know, yourself in an innovation ecosystem is to get dirty. When I say get dirty, means not in the negative sense. Get dirty by doing work, by getting into the fire, putting your hand in the fire, you boil. That's what the experience is. If you ask me, I did a study in terms of a hackathon. You map the hackathons to the 12 POs, that is the program objectives, you will find that the hackathon maps to every single PO that is there in the list. Program outcomes, you might have heard, right? Knowledge, working in teams. Hackathon maps to all 12 POs. It is learning by doing. More learning outcomes happen than sitting in a class or doing an exercise, reading a textbook, doing a project. The hackathon gives you that actual exposure. It's the best way to learn. First time you go, you won't win. Second time you go, you may still not win. Third time you go, you'll become a finalist. Fourth time, you'll be in the top 5. Fifth time, you'll win the hackathon. This is the experience. I just want to share one experience of mine. That team is here. Yeah, this is the team. This is the team that I'm talking about. So in 2017, a team of students came to me and said, "Sir, we want you to guide us, mentor us." And I told, "Dude, I'm too busy. 30 days I'm traveling to other campuses of the university. I'm only in campus 10 days in a month. Remaining time I'm traveling to other campuses, traveling to Delhi, and so on and so forth." I said, "No problem, sir. We still want you." Okay, I said, "Fine. Let's fix a time." Every Sunday or Saturday, sometime we fixed. Somehow every week we were having this meeting. That journey started from a Smart India hackathon, won so many national and international events, and including representing the country in the first Singapore India hackathon. Now you want to know where these 4 students are. One of them is doing masters in Stanford University. You don't know how difficult it is to get an admission in Stanford University. After his hackathon successes, this student got a fellowship to the University of Southern California in Los Angeles. He did a 6-month internship in the University of Southern California with full funding based on his hackathon, hackathon outcomes, experience, victories. Then he came back to India, applied to Stanford. Now he's studying in Stanford. He'll graduate mid 2023. Getting Stanford admission is very, very, very difficult. Those who are writing GRE will tell me that. The second person is in Microsoft. He was in Microsoft till his salary, he gets an astronomical salary, close to 40 lakhs per annum. Now, last year, he called me and said that he wants a recommendation letter. He has secured admission in Georgia Tech. Because of pandemic, there was a delay, but I believe he left in November to Georgia Tech. 2 of them, one is in Georgia Tech, one of them is in Stanford. The other 2 students, one girl, she is now in to go to US. The 4th person is in a startup called Roadrunner. Again, both of them are getting close to 30 to 40 lakhs per annum. And let me tell you, none of these were toppers. None of these 4 people. One of them was probably in the top in the class of, we have 300 students of computer science every year, 340, 350. One of them was perhaps in the top 25. Maybe he was in the top 5 classes, 5 ranks in his class, maybe. All the others were just common students in the top 25%. They were not 9-pointers or, yes, anything? They were not 9-pointers. They were just 8-pointers or 7-pointers CGPA, 75%, 80%. But see where hackathons took them. They got the best jobs. They got the best admission in the top universities. Because this kind of outcomes is what people look at. So I strongly recommend that, get your hands dirty, jump into hackathons, participate. First time you don't win, fine. Second time you don't win, fine. Third time you will become a finalist. At least you'll go to the final. Fourth time you'll be in the top 5. Fifth time you'll win the hackathon. This is my experience. So, and it's not only if it's a mechanical thing, you have SAE competitions, design competitions. I'm not talking only hackathons. All the kind of competitions that are there, they are the ones that give you the best outcomes, so as to speak. Next slide. Next slide. Okay, before I go into this, what is innovation? Now, we are all talking about innovation. What is innovation? What is the need for innovation? Why innovation? Well, the basic definition of innovation is just to do something new. That's a very cliche, a very normal cliche explanation, making something new. When you say making something new, it could be a new product, it could be a new process, it could be a new service. You may be making a new product to detect cancer, a machine. You may be making a process by which a cancer patient can go onto the road to recovery faster. You may be making a hospital that is managing cancer patients better. So innovation can be new product, new process, new service. But the world can only move forward if we have innovation. World can only move forward if we have innovation. We do not know when the next pandemic is going to hit us. We do not know when the next tsunami is going to attack us. We do not know when the next natural disaster is going to hit us. How are we better prepared in terms of facing this uncertainty, facing these disasters, facing these problems? So that is the need for innovation. Innovation makes us go forward. See, today, I'll just give you a simple example. Today, there is a puyal, a cyclone. I know when I was in school, when a cyclone hits, 10,000 people die. And you read the news, I'm talking 30 years back in school. A cyclone hits, 10,000 people will die. Today, a cyclone hits, not even one person dies. Because we have ways to predict where exactly the cyclone will have landfall. We know which are the regions which will be, we know a simulated environment where the cyclone is going to attack. Innovation. Innovation. 100 years back, out of 10 children that were born, 3 of them would die due to smallpox or some other disease. Now, out of 10, all 10 children. Innovation. So it is innovation that makes the world move forward. Innovation in terms of new products, new services, and new processes. So today, innovation is the number one agenda for everybody, whether it is a company, whether it is a country, whether it is an individual. Right? I'm just waiting for the iPhone 14. I know I don't need to even check the features. I just want it. I'm just waiting. Within a month, I'll get it. Right? My sister living in the US told me, I'll buy and bring you on March end. I'll bring. I'm just waiting. I don't want to even check. Because I know it is going to be an upgrade over my 13 Pro. I know the product. I know what it is. I know what Apple will do. So whether it is a product, whether it is a person, whether it is a company, whether it is a country, innovation is the number one agenda. Many of you have probably participated in Smart India Hackathon. Yes or no? Please raise your hands, those who have participated. Anybody? Okay. Smart India Hackathon, yeah, I understand they are new, but whatever it is, what started in 2017 as a hackathon today has become the largest open innovation model in the world. 1.5 million students have participated. Imagine the talent that is there in this country. 1.5 million students have participated in the Smart India Hackathon from 2017. Largest hackathon in the world, largest open innovation model in the entire world. It's the power of this country, right? But there is a challenge. Now you may ask me, 1.5 million students have participated. Do you have 1.5 million startups? No. We barely have 100 startups that have come. Maybe out of 1.5 million participants of the Smart India Hackathon from 2017 to 2022, leave the corona 2 years gone, we can't do anything. But we have probably 100 startups. Why can't we have a more number? Well, that is the answer for today's talk. I'll come to that. But innovation is now the number one agenda. Everybody is interested in innovation. Countries are interested in innovation. Today, the government of India is telling the world, India is moving up. India has come from 81st position in 81st position in 2015, climbed up to 57th position in 2017, and today in 2022, 40th position in the innovation. Last week, President of India gave an address to the parliament, to the country, addressed the country just before Republic Day. This is one of the things that the President of India spoke about. India's rank, yes, anything? India's rank in the innovation, 40th position. So innovation has become number one agenda for anybody and everybody. Next slide. Next slide. No, just back. India is today a startup nation. 90,000 startups. It's a proud moment for the country. Third largest innovation startup system in the whole ecosystem in the world. 90,000 startup. And let me tell you, who are running these startups? People who are probably 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 years elder to you. People in your generation, maybe 4 or 5 years elder to you. They are the people who are driving these 90,000 plus startups. And you will be surprised to note 100 plus unicorns. Unicorn is a company with a $1 billion valuation. Valuation of the company is 1 billion. In India has got 110 unicorns. Even in the US, they don't have. They have less than 100 unicorns. That is the state of the country. And how does this happen? It is only innovation and innovation. Next slide. Data is the new oil. 100 years back, people were flocking to the cities where oil was there. Many of you probably don't know, 100 or 150 years back, California was a desert bordering the Mexican country. Mexico and US were always at war, and California was a dirty desert. Nobody wanted to go there. That was 150 years back. Today, California is the largest economy in the US and one of the top 10 economies in the whole world. Maybe not 10, I don't exactly know, but it's the largest economy in the US. My sister lives there for the last 10 years. I've gone there at least 7 times. Before Silicon Valley, before Hollywood, today we know about California because of the Silicon Valley. Cisco, Intel, Apple, Microsoft, Sun Microsystems. But before that, there was a story. Maybe in the 50s, there was Hollywood. Hollywood happened in Los Angeles. Entertainment industry. But 100 years before, it was oil. An oil rush came. Oil was struck in the desert of California. Thousands and millions of people from all over the world flocked to California. So oil was this thing. We know about the Gulf countries, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Kuwait, deserts. deserts with nothing, but they struck oil. Now they are among the most prosperous nations in the world. But that was a different generation. Today, oil has moved. The data has become the new oil. Data has become the new oil. I'll give you an example. A company called Facebook today has 2 billion monthly users. 2 or 2.1 billion. 1 out of 3 people in this world have a Facebook account. In terms of a media, Facebook is the largest media company in the entire world. Media, photographs, videos, relationship status, pictures, travel details, products. Your whole life is there. But even though Facebook is the largest media company in the world, very interesting thing. None of this content is created by Facebook. The data is not created by Facebook. Who creates the data? You and me. Are you able to follow? The data is not created by Facebook. It is created by you and me. So Facebook could become the largest media company in the world, but Facebook does not create any content. The content is created by you and me. The data is created by you and me. That is the power of the data. Another example, Uber, taxis. Every day, millions of people use Uber. You go to any airport in the world, you come to downtown SFO, San Francisco airport, just go down, take a Uber, much cheap. You take a taxi, it's very expensive. You take a Uber, somewhat very cheap. Uber has millions of people using cars every month. But does Uber own any of these cars? Yes or no? No. None of these cars belong to Uber. Uber is the largest car company in the world, but they do not own a single car. The car is owned by somebody. People only use an app. A consumer uses an app. A taxi driver uses an app. There are some minimal things. There is a software, there is a hardware, there is some GPS, and voila, you are connected to Uber. This is the power of data. Imagine millions of cars across the world connected through an app. Any airport you go, you can just get a Uber. Any airport. It is so cheap, I know. You take a taxi from, say, downtown SFO to Dublin or Pleasanton in the East Bay, you pay $100. But if you take a Uber, $25. It's so cheap. Nothing. It's actually nothing. Has a power of data. Alibaba, online, largest retailer in the world. Have you ever seen an Alibaba company in any mall? Have you seen Alibaba shop in Brookfields Mall? Have you seen Alibaba.com shop in Prozon Mall? Have you seen that in Surya Mall in Kuala Lumpur? There is no Alibaba shop. Believe me, there is no Alibaba shop anywhere. You won't see that in Mall of America. You will not see that in Bukit Bintang in Singapore. You will not see that anywhere in the world. It's a pure play online retailer. Pure play, online play. There is no shop called Alibaba. So largest retailer in the world does not have any shop. It is a pure online. This is the power of data. Data is the new oil. And next slide. Innovation is not a linear process. It's never a linear process. It's not a straight line. There are ups and downs. There are troughs and crest and trough. Crest and trough is there. It's not a straight line where you do some research, make some, use the research to make something, develop it, convert it into a product or a service. It's not so easy. It's a lot of crust and trough is there. Next slide. It's a very complicated. This is how the process of innovation is. You will find out that every part there is a feedback. There is a feedback. It's not a straight line, up and down. Sometimes you move from basic to applied research. You find out that what you have applied, the use case is useless. Then you go back to the drawing board. You go back. You develop something. You develop something that nobody wants. What is the use? You want to make money, right? You have a product or a service. You need money. You have to make money. You develop something nobody wants. What is the use? Are you able to follow me? So it is not a straight line. You move from research, basic to applied, applied to development, development to commercialization. It is a journey full of ups and downs, crust and trough. There is a feedback loop everywhere down the line. You have to be ready to go back. But better to do this earlier. You spend lot of time, lot of money, lot of resources, develop a product. You are ready to commercialize and sell it. But alas, nobody wants to buy the product. You are destroyed. Your life is gone. People talk about design thinking. What is design thinking? Design thinking means you empathize with the consumer, with the customer, understand his requirements first itself, so that when you make something for the customer, he will not reject it. This is the idea. So innovation is not a linear process. It is a process full of ups and downs. It is a process with crust and trough. It is a process with lot of feedback. Feedback is there everywhere. First stage to second stage, feedback. Second stage to third stage, feedback. Fourth stage to third stage to fourth stage, feedback. Again, you commercialize also. After that also there is feedback. You sell something, customer says, oh, no, I don't want this, change this. You have to change. We know that, right? Customer is the king. So this process is not linear. This process involves lot of feedback. And the topic of my presentation, TRL, gives a good idea about that. Go to the next slide. What is the TRL? The TRL stands for Technology Readiness Levels. The technology readiness levels is a maturity of the technology. Where does your idea stand? Where does your prototype stand? Where does your proof of concept stand? What is the level of maturity? Now, this level, it is a 9-point scale. This TRL started, NASA brought this TRL 9 levels when they were, putting satellites into space and space shuttle. The space shuttle program is a very complicated program. So they started this. Subsequently, industry also started using this. The European Union and ISO standardized these 9 levels of TRL. What is TRL? Tell me. I can't hear you. Technology readiness levels. Now, next slide. Next slide. Simply speaking, this is not a very accurate. Now, you also need to understand that this is not a hard border. This is not a hard border. It's an overlapping border between 1 and 2, 2 and 3. This is not a very, it's not like, it is like an India-Pakistan border. Nobody knows, or India-China border. Nobody knows where the border is. They say it is there, we say it is there. It is something like that. But having said that, The 9 levels give you a very good idea on where your technology is, which maturity level your technology is. Now, simply speaking, the first 3 levels are something like idea and proof of concept. First 3 level, I'll explain. 4, 5, 6 is a prototyping stage. Simple prototype, advanced prototype, verified prototype. And the last 3 levels, 6, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8, 7, 8, 9, I'm sorry, are product stage. Just think like that. It's not a very accurate explanation, but just understand that the first 3 levels are more to do with an idea and a proof of concept. The next 3 levels, 4, 5, 6, are to do with a prototype. And the last 3 levels, 7, 8, 9, are to do with a product. Normally, universities, research labs, students, most of the work happens till here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the domain of researchers, students, colleges, labs, research labs. Once that happens, university and college cannot run a business. It's not legally allowed. You commercialize, give it to a company, or have some of your students or faculty start a company. So the first 6 levels, primarily to do with university and research, college and research. Last 3 levels, more to do with a private company. Again, I told you, first 3 levels are what? Proof of idea and proof of concept. What is 4, 5, 6? Prototype. 7, 8, 9? Product. Please repeat after me. 1, 2, 3 is what? Proof of concept and idea. 4, 5, 6? Prototype. 7, 8, 9? Product. Okay. Now let us see each level. So what I told you is an approximation. It's not very accurate, but it's an approximation. For a practical purpose, this is correct. What happens in technology readiness level 1? You have an idea. You make it into a drawing. Idea is there. Drawing is there. That is level 1. Basic principles observed. You have a concept. These are the block diagram. This is what is going to happen. This will be the product. These are the block diagram. Clear? That block diagram, you do some experimentation. You do some simulation. You do some simple analysis. You do some Google search. You get what is known as some idea about a proof of concept. That is the second level, technology concept formulated. I'll explain this. When I say I make a block diagram, sensor, actuator, that is level 1. But when I go to level 2, I write down pressure sensor, model number ACU 312. Clear? I write down actuator, Intel Amos 413. That is the level 2 where you have formulated a concept of the technology. From a block diagram in the paper, you have actually given a name. You have done some simple analysis. You have identified components. You have identified this thing. That is level 2. Then level 3, you do an analysis, a simulation, an experimentation, and demonstrate that this will work. Not a full experiment, a basic idea. This will work. Experimental proof of concept. It may not be the actual experiment. It may be a simulation. So this will work. When you connect this sensor and actuator, based on the experience of this system, this will work. This is the simulation. This is the graphics. This is the experiment. And I am very confident because already this simulator and actuator have worked. So my experimental proof of concept is there. So, what is the feedback? Yeah, so what I'm trying to say is that there is a feedback. What I'm trying to say is that 1, 2, 3 is proof of concept idea. How do you move from 1 to 3? You start with a basic idea, make it into a block diagram. Expand, that is the TRL level 1. What is the second level? That block diagram, you break it, you make it into a technology concept. If there is an IoT and a sensor, what is the IoT device? What is the model? What is that? Which sensor, which actuator? What? Develop that block diagram better. That is 2. 3 is you do a simulation and demonstrate it as a proof of concept, in the sense that this simulation, I'm using this actuator, this IoT device, this sensor. This will all work. It has already worked in this experiment. So I am very confident that it will work. Is this clear? Yes or no? 1, 2, 3 is what? 1, 2, 3 is idea and what? Proof of concept. 1 is block diagram, that is basic principle. 2 is developing the block diagram into a technology concept. 3 is experimental proof of concept. Clear? What is 4, 5, 6? Prototype. Yes. Now, prototype, as you know, is a scaled down model. It's not an actual thing. It is a scaled down model version of the actual thing. Then why you need 3 stages? There is a reason. You start with a basic prototype. Prototype does not work perfectly. It is a scaled down version. You somehow make it work temporarily. That is the meaning of a prototype. Now, if you give you an example, when you are learning driving in a school, driving school, right, going in the car, you try driving your car. Now you try driving the car in the driving school. Very difficult. You try, I know when I studied, I forgot driving, but I'm just telling you, you try the driving that you do in that car is optimized for you, but the car that your own car is not optimized, right? So prototype means somehow you make it work. That is the objective of a prototype. 4 means you have a basic prototype, and that basic prototype is somewhat working in the lab conditions. That is TRL level 4. Then TRL level 5 means that prototype you develop, add more features and test and validate it in an actual environment. That is the second stage of the prototype. Advanced prototype. TRL level 5. Then you move to TRL level 6. Technology demonstrated in the relevant environment. Working prototype. So you start in 4 with the basic prototype, advanced prototype, working prototype. Is this clear? I'll again repeat. 1, TRL level 1, basic principles observed. It's only a simple block diagram. TRL level 2, you are improving the block level to basic technology concept formulated. You are developing it into something concrete. TRL level 3, you are doing some analysis, simulation, and demonstrating an experimental proof of concept. But these 3 are idea and what? Proof of concept. What are these 3? Prototype. Basic prototype, advanced prototype, working prototype. And what is basic prototype? TRL level 4.